Alright, what's good? I'm back with another podcast, as you can see. And I told you I wouldn't come back unless I got me a guest on here too. So I brought in my good friend, Moses. So say what's good.
What's up, man?
Hey, that's what's up. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Don't gotta give my whole autobiography, but just let them know what you about.
Alright. I'm 19. I like a whole bunch of games, but I'm very picky with the games I like. I like a whole slew of games, but I have my very few that I enjoy playing over and over and over and over again. But we about to find out right now what I like.
And he don't got a Tinder account, so don't ask to swipe right. Just saying that right now.
Forget you, man.
But he got an Instagram. If he wants me to link that, I'll link that.
Almost definitely.
And he supposedly got a channel in the works, as I remember. I don't know if he's trying to work on that again.
We don't talk about that, all right?
Bro, I mean, it's up to you. Whenever you want to start doing it, you can.
I will.
I'm
eventually.
here. You can edit. You never want to, but you can.
Procrastination at its finest.
It's called procrastination nation.
Something like that.
All right. So, given that you are the guest, I did let you choose certain subjects to bring onto the table.
Yeah.
And mostly we went with games because that is what we both know most. And that would be what we would talk about. That's just what I felt like. And with each new person I bring on, I'll probably have a different subject. I may have someone that will talk about sports next time I'm here. So, we'll see. So, what would be the first thing you want to hit up? What are we trying to talk about?
I'm talking from the beginning. So let's hit up that retro stuff. Let's hit up some old school games. Our favorite games.
All right. Actually, now that you bring that up, I do want to ask, what is your favorite retro game? 'Cause I got mine. You know mine. I want to know what yours is.
Well, it's a hard pick between Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country. I grew up with both of them, and I remember a lot more Donkey Kong than I do Super Mario World, so I'm gonna have to say Donkey Kong Country.
Whoa. Okay, so we going to specify consoles. I thought we was talking about arcade.
Who said consoles? I was talking about games. What you talking
What
about?
were you? I don't know. When you said retro, I was thinking arcade games, and I was about to start going off. I mean, my favorite arcade game is Pac-Man.
We should have said arcade game.
But if we're talking about retro, depends on the console.
Okay.
Each console, I got a favorite.
Favorite arcade game? Galaga. I used to play that a lot at the washateria when I used to go. I wasn't washing clothes. I was there with my brother-in-law. Or yeah,
Little young Moses with a bag of quarters hitting up Galaga. Pew pew.
I used to beg him for quarters just to let me play because that was like my favorite game to play. That was the only game I could play.
What, you hating on Miss Pac-Man now? I know there had to be a Miss Pac-Man machine there too.
There was, but
of course.
Like I told you many times throughout the years that we've known each other, that Pac-Man was too hard for me back in the day. But now, it still is. Alright, let's talk about consoles, man.
Alright, so for consoles, NES, I'd have to say Super Mario 3. Even though I grew up with the Game Boy Advance version of it, that is still probably my favorite game for that system.
Also, we twins now?
I'm just saying.
So
I already know because I grew up with that Mario game. That's probably the first Mario game I've ever played, and it has been something I remember my entire life.
Well, that's my favorite game from the NES.
So we copying me now? You can't come with your own unique answers?
Nope, because there's no other game on the NES library that I like. Alright, let's go to SNES.
Alright, SNES.
I know our answers are different.
Alright, so what's yours?
To be honest, this
Donkey Kong Country?
No, it's gonna shock you.
Damn.
It's Yoshi's Island.
I forgot about Yoshi's Island. It's right here on the picture too.
I grew up loving that music, and I remember that game so well. I didn't actually play it. I'd always watch my brother play it, but you know this. Yoshi's Island was the GOAT when it came to music. Like Donkey Kong, don't get me wrong, Donkey Kong has the bangers, Jungle Hijinks, you know what it is. But Yoshi's Island, that will make you reminisce on beautiful things in life.
Okay, so for SNES, honestly, I'm a bit torn between two. It's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past or Super Mario World.
Question: have you played and beat any of those games?
No, SNES is probably the one console I have played the least. It's underplayed in my book, to be honest. I've gotten decently far in both, but I've never actually beaten them. So I really do look forward to doing that at some point.
All right, well, let me ask you this: which one would you say is harder, Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World?
3.
You're lying.
I've played both, bro, and you know what? I don't know actually, because I did get decently far in World, but I never beat it. So I don't know. In 3, I beat 3, I think only once, and the ending, it was the last world that was hard, at least really hard compared to the rest. So maybe World is hard throughout the whole thing. I don't know. I never actually got
okay. What I'll tell you now is that World is hard whenever you have a special world inside of a special world. Who thinks of these things?
Bro, that doesn't mean it's hard. It means a lot of content.
I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of content can keep you for hours. And Super Mario 3 has it, but Super Mario World just beats it because honestly, it's harder. There's harder levels. There's more intricate levels. With new mechanics comes new level of difficulty. Everybody knows that.
Man, I suppose.
But that doesn't mean retro games can't still kick your ass like Legend of Zelda.
No, dude. Retro games are probably the hardest games of all time. Modern games ain't shit compared to them.
Nope.
Except for probably Dark Souls.
Oh yeah,
or
that
Bloodborne.
Is true.
Now that's a different strand of DNA.
All these games hold your hand now.
That's something I say.
I know.
Now you copying me?
No, I'm taking it.
Nah.
All
right. So moving on from the favorite of each console, because honestly, I can go all day with that. Each console, I got one. Ocarina of Time, N64.
Oh
for the Wii, I got probably Mario Kart Wii, and then for the DS, actually, I don't know.
I got New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. That's my favorite game.
Probably Mario 64. I fucking love that game. That game is legitness on the DS.
I mean...
And then, 3DS... Smash Bros. There it goes.
3DS?
Wii U, also Smash Bros.
Okay.
Switch... that's hard. Switch is still new and it's still coming, and I don't know. That's hard.
That's what she said. You
Look,
set yourself up, man. I had to take advantage. PlayStation 4, come on.
okay, so PlayStation 1, I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy 7.
Okay.
PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. That's pretty hard. I'll skip that one for now because I've played too many games on that. I can't think of any. PlayStation 3. I'll go with the Sly collection because the entire collection is good. But I guess for PlayStation 2, I'll probably end up saying Sly 2, but that seems like I'm cheating because I said Sly collection for 3. For 2, I don't know. I don't know. That's really hard.
Skip, go to 4.
PlayStation 4. Ooh, that's a lot of games. That's probably the console I have most games for. Uncharted 4 was really good. God of War 2018 was really good.
That's a very fun game.
I might have to go Uncharted 4.
Really?
Uncharted 4 was phenomenal. Like that was something else. Last of Us that's a fantastic game.
What? You haven't even played both of us. We haven't even played Last of Us 2.
Part 2, yeah, but Part 1, dude, Part 1 was
something else.
That was that's different. That's built different. Just like Uncharted, just like God of War compared to everything else, built different.
We hopped on the train way after that game, or the second game had came out.
Oh yeah, we hopped on way too late. I've been meaning to play it, but I kept stopping, but I finally played it, and I'm mad that I didn't play it before.
Dude, it's like playing Uncharted for the first time. You never know what you're gonna get till you play it.
And we can't even get into favorites on PC. That's too damn much.
First of all, I don't even own a PC. Second of all the games, majority of the games are on PC. You can play on console. Not as smooth, not as cool looking, not as graphically advanced, but they're still.
All right, now you rapid fire your favorites. N64.
Super Mario 64.
Let's go with PlayStation.
PlayStation 1, never had it. PlayStation 2, Need for Speed Underground 2. PlayStation 3, God of War 3. PlayStation 4, God of War 4. I Will Ride.
Oh,
God
we
of
forgot
War.
Doom. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. That might be a contender with Uncharted 4 for me.
Really?
Yeah, one of the Doom games. Those were really good.
Okay, let me ask you this. What game do you prefer more, 2016 or Eternal?
Eternal.
Why?
I just like the mechanics and the way everything works. And plus they brought back what is supposed to be the Cyber Demon, but they call it Tyrant now. It's still a Cyber Demon to me. I don't care who says what. That's a Cyber Demon,
I will
alright?
fight you on that, dude. It says Tyrant.
No,
I don't care.
do not care. That is a Cyber Demon.
No, it's not. It's a Tyrant.
Bro, if Doom 2 taught me anything, it's a Cyber Demon. Ain't nothing else. Nothing better, alright? Dang.
But the original Cyber Demon
Bro,
was in 1.
eat a dick. Fuck. Okay,
Alright,
the
let me
DS.
ask you this. No. Let me ask you this. We're still on Doom.
What?
Favorite gun from Doom?
2016 or all the games or what?
All the games. Because
Is that even a question?
they're based off the same thing.
Is that even a question?
Yes.
Wait, does it have to be in all of the games?
Doesn't have to be.
Or is it my favorite from any of them to top
Yeah.
them all?
From any of them.
The Super Shotgun. If anyone says anything other than the Super Shotgun, I might have just to fucking fight them. I'm just saying. If you don't say Super Shotgun, I'm gonna square you up right here.
I don't know. See, I like the sticky bombs
Are you
of the
serious?
combat. Yes.
The regular shotgun?
Yes.
Wait. Get the fuck out.
See, I don't like to cheat.
What are you talking about? The Super Shotgun is legitness. It's a legendary. And what is it? Eternal? When you get it, right? Yeah, Eternal. When you get it, they literally say it was locked away from you because it was your most powerful and deadly weapon you ever had.
Okay.
You cannot tell me the Super Shotgun is not the best.
Every time I think about using the Super Shotgun, I just think about blasting a whole shot into a Pinky's face in 2016 and it not doing anything.
Well,
But-
Doom Eternal's different. It's a different beast. You got a meat hook in flames.
That's if you unlock it.
Look,
All right.
most people that care do it.
Alright.
Alright.
I just have more skill.
Oh, so
With-
now we're throwing shade. We're
Yeah,
hating.
I just have more skill with the combat shotgun than
Okay,
you do.
okay. Moving on. What is your favorite for the DS?
I told you, New Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah, that's right. 3DS.
New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Really?
Yes.
Not Donkey Kong Country Returns?
That's for the Wii, my guy.
Are you fucking... Okay, the Wii.
Donkey Kong
Are you
Country
serious?
Returns. Come on, man. I had to do you like that. Come on, bro.
Alright, Wii U. Didn't even own it.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know it,
that's
but,
right.
but I will have to say if I did, I'd probably say Smash Bros. 4 because I played the fuck out of that on the 3DS. I think I have more hours than you, and you played that hoe a lot.
What are you... Wait, hold on. So you telling me you chose Mario Bros. 2 over Smash Bros. On the 3DS?
Yes,
You are a monster.
because one I enjoyed and the other one I was training very hardcore, very sweaty, and I don't really like that part of my life.
You did not have to go that deep. You just chose
The
to.
things I did just to have a match with you and not be beat like that, it took me a long time to practice every character.
Yeah, I know. I should be a professional Smash player, but I'm not.
Should be a trainer.
Or that. I should be a coach to teach professionals how to play better.
Okay.
Like I'm that good.
Let's talk about Pokemon.
All right. So hit it up. Pokemon. What we got on Pokemon? What you trying to know? Because I know you know too much about Pokemon. I feel like it's gonna be an interview for me.
Okay. Well, yeah, obviously, shoot, I gotta ask you questions.
So okay. Well, first of all, let me ask you this.
Okay.
What's your favorite Pokemon game?
Oof.
I usually mean that by generation because there's always multiple games in a single generation.
Favorite Pokemon game.
So, what's your favorite generation? Then?
My favorite generation?
Yes.
Generation?
Meaning both games or all three, if there's a third.
My favorite generation would have to be 2.
2?
Yes.
Wait,
Because that was a very strong lineup. Gold,
and
silver,
silver. Fuck, I knew it.
and crystal. It was a very like. I think honestly, silver and crystal, like second generation, and that's my favorite Pokemon game. Spoiler alert for anybody who wants to play it this late in their life. After you beat the first Elite Four of Johto, you get to fight the whole Kanto region. Like the whole Kanto region, the first region from the first game unlocks. Tell me that's not cool. A big spoiler alert. You get to fight Red from the first game. Tell me that's not legendary, bro. He has all 3 starters all the way up. Has Pikachu, Snorlax, and Lapras. Come on.
You want to know why that is?
Why?
Because first generation is the best generation. Don't at me on that.
Then why did
nobody's gonna at me on that.
Then why did he lose that fight? Yeah,
he doesn't.
Yeah, Red lost that fight.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
that's the point.
He got whooped.
You even know the creators know that he didn't lose the fight.
So what?
He threw the fight.
He threw the fight? Did he?
Yeah, he had to throw the fight because he felt bad. Felt bad for the player because they can't do it.
You know what's a good representation of you as a Pokemon?
Red.
Snorlax.
Oh.
You
I thought you were
fuck.
talking about trainer, not a Pokemon specifically.
And obviously Blastoise.
Hey, look, just because my upload schedule is a little wonky, that don't mean I can't be a different Pokemon. Maybe I'm Blaziken.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'm Mewtwo.
Oh yeah, you are tall.
what is that?
Oh my god.
Yo.
Talk about the live action.
Yo. I gotta save that and show the video that.
Talk about a live action Blastoise. How come we didn't get this in the Detective Pikachu movie? I would have been glad to have seen this, dude.
What the fuck?
He looks so derpy.
Is it with an E?
Yes, it's with an E.
Oh, it is right there. That's right.
Blastoise.
Oh my god, that is amazing. I'm so happy I got to see this. Oh shit.
They did my favorite Pokemon of all time, so dirt, just now.
His favorite Pokemon is Blastoise, and I don't know why when Charizard's better.
But he can get clapped by
Sure,
Blastoise.
sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's why the card art's terrible. No.
Yeah, no. Some of the artwork back then, I'm like, bro, they did my boy so dirt again.
That's why Charizard's rare from first generation packs. Yeah, that's right. He's super rare.
You know, that brings me into a subject that I like to talk about with you. I don't like overrated things. That's why I never played Fortnite. That's why I never played Warzone. That's why I never played all these big Apex. I never played all these big titles.
Alright, seems like you're just avoiding Battle Royale.
Nah, even then.
That's exactly what it is.
Well,
I mean, what if they had a Borderlands Battle Royale?
Okay, that's different.
Nah,
Okay.
Don't lie to me.
Let's talk about why I don't like Battle Royale to begin with. Because it's like a dice roll every game, and you can die either in the beginning or you can die way later in the game. I don't like wasting my time like that. I don't like wasting precious time thinking I have a chance and then I end up dying. That sounds petty, and I know it sounds petty, but blame it on lack of skill, blame it on that. But at the end of the day, I find myself enjoying my whole day more playing 2016, Doom 2016, or playing anything else that doesn't revolve me. Just the luck of the draw.
I mean, in reality, you're not wrong for that statement, for that opinion, because not only is everyone entitled to their own opinion, bitch, but like, there are people that do enjoy having something happening at all times, while Warzone, by any battle royale, you go out, you search for stuff, you die, you lose it, you do it again. They like the idea of jumping into a game and playing, rather than jumping in, taking time, then play. They want to jump in, play, which is why playing back-to-back regular multiplayer matches is so fun for most people. Because that's all it is. You jump in, hop in, kill. You die, respawn, kill again.
But that's faster than Battle Royale, and you can't help but to admit that. Whenever you play multiplayer team deathmatch, you're dying constantly.
Exactly.
And you don't have to wait for no loading screen. You don't have to wait for your team to either survive, clutch it, win it. Like, you can hop back in as soon as you die. Just tap X to respawn.
Well, yeah, that's like the whole point behind battle royales and what makes them so fun to play is because of how hard they can be. It's a different type of skill that you're looking at. Not necessarily saying it's better skill for Call of Duty, but it's a different type. So it's not the same.
You know what I first thought about Fortnite when it first came out, and people were talking about orange guns and getting them. And
You thought Borderlands?
No.
Nah, you thought it was copying Borderlands.
No.
That's all you're gonna say every time.
No, I was like, so you find these guns, right? They're exotics. They're all orange. They're all cool. And then you die. You know what that made me think of? When you find diamonds in Minecraft and you jump in lava and you lose all your shit and you have to restart.
Well, that's a different conversation. Minecraft, those are hard to find, and when you do, of course you want to keep it. When you lose it, that's terrible because you've looked for probably a day or two trying to find diamonds. But when it comes to Warzone, they're not as rare as that. They don't mean the world when you lose it.
Winning a game is rare.
That's because of how hard it is. And when you do, you feel a different sense of accomplishment than when you win a regular match of multiplayer. When you win a match, you're like, oh, cool, I won. But when you win Warzone, you're like, oh, shit, I won. My team or me solo beat everyone else.
I guess it goes back to the dopamine rush. Like, I want to have a quick fix when it comes to victories. But Warzone, Fortnite, all those Battle Royale games take too long. And I do get mad whenever I die multiple times at Dark Souls. I'm trash. But that doesn't stop me from wanting to play it again.
Yeah, honestly, I feel you on that, at least to a certain degree. Mainly because Battle Royale is slower to me. And I don't mind playing it when I got friends to play with, but I'm not always down to play it. I'm always looking to play something I'm really interested in at the moment, or something that's quick. Like multiplayer matches. I'm down to play that because it's quick, easy, boom. Feel the rush and you're done. You don't got nothing too extra about it. So I mean, I do see where you're coming from.
And I'm not gonna let this podcast slide without mentioning my Pokemon collection.
Oh yeah, he's very proud.
yeah, I'm very proud. It took me a fat ass minute. I was in Mexico grinding too. I was over here trying to catch them all. I've only caught up to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I have 721 Pokemon caught.
Well, as of now, with the DLC added to it, Pokemon Sword and Shield, there's
Don't
a
remind
total
me.
of 898. How many did you say you had?
721.
721.
Yeah.
Well, you're 120. I can't do math; it's too hard. But you're 120, maybe 16, some shit. I don't know. You're more than 100 away.
I know that. Don't remind me. I have Sun and Moon, and now Sword and Shield to catch up. But
oh, Sword and you haven't done Sun and Moon?
No, I haven't done Sun and Moon.
Oh, you got 2 games. You're behind.
I am behind. But hey, at least I gotta mention how I caught them all in a regular Pokeball.
He caught them all. Wait, Sun and Moon was already out whenever you caught them all, right?
Yes, it was out.
Damn, so he caught them all temporarily. Oh, he still got Sun and Moon. Yeah,
when it comes to mythical Pokemon, well, those were gifts, and I can't blame that because obviously I can't go back in time and catch Mew in Japan and Celebi in Japan.
I can't blame you there, but and to a degree, it is nerdy and sweaty, but it is quite impressive at the same time because even the most avid Pokemon fan wouldn't go that deep.
Man, you think about it, the people at our school, you'll never find another me. You'll find plenty of people who play Fortnite every night, but nah, you got someone like me who had to catch them all, every unknown. Come on, man, every letter.
You're one of them unique ones.
Yeah. I am
out here catching Pokemon instead of catching dubs in Fortnite.
Hater.
Alright, so since we're on that subject of Nintendo, let me you've already heard my opinion about the new Switch, the OLED.
Oh my god.
I'm thoroughly curious. I want to hear what you got to say about it.
Come on, just bro. Better screen, still the same frames per second, man. Come on. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly why they're doing it. I mean, yes, it's a better screen. I think it has more storage. I can't exactly remember. I never actually looked it up.
It better have more storage.
The Switch. Actually, I'm gonna look that up. Because, I mean, it is a bigger screen. It's got a better stand. But that doesn't seem like there's really much else the OLED is doing.
It's just a new screen. Same laggy ass games.
Yeah, it's the same chip. The same chipset, and it's not even using extra horsepower. It's pretty much just a bigger screen. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's OLED now. OLED is the best in paneling at this moment. But, like, why? I feel like if they were to release anything, they should have released an actual upgrade. Like, maybe make it a little more powerful. Possibly, I don't know, 1080p on the screen, on the actual Switch screen instead of the TV too. You know, have 1080p on both.
Imagine being a person who's advent with the rumors and leaks about these new things and thinking that the OLED, or before it even got revealed that it was going to be some new Nintendo Switch Pro. I would have enjoyed that name, Nintendo Switch Pro. I would have rubbed it all over the PlayStation 4 Pro I have, because it sounds like a jet engine. And oh my god, no matter of dust cleaning, no matter of opening, no matter of HDMI switching, does it ever help?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No,
I mean,
you don't know the struggle.
Nah, I had to witness the struggle.
I know.
But I will give Nintendo a benefit out of the doubt, mainly being that I'll treat this as the midway part to the new upgrade, like Switch to the middleman, then the upgrade, like how PlayStation did it. PlayStation to Slim to the better, which is the Pro with 4K. I'm gonna take it as the middleman. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be the fork in the middle, and then the next one, that'll be the upgrade. That'll be the Switch Pro with maybe a better screen. But something I did notice is with OLED is usually very reflective on the screen. So that makes me question, how would it work when it's outside in the sun? Is it gonna reflect? Is it gonna do too much? I mean, I'm not like savvy extreme profession into OLEDs and exactly how they can all work, but I'm curious to see how the OLED would work on the Switch, because it's meant to be played anywhere, everywhere, outside, inside, it don't matter.
Don't you think that the battery's gonna drain more?
Honestly, yes. Well, it's not using more horsepower, and I guess I don't know how to take that. Maybe the paneling may be bigger and better, maybe give more vibrant colors, but if they do, the horsepower isn't kicking anymore for that to kick in. But I'm not, as I said, I'm not savage deep into the details and knowing everything about paneling that are like OLEDs and all that, but I don't know. I'm a bit confused as to why they decided to do OLED screen and not a proper upgrade. But I mean, more to them. I guess if people don't have a Switch and they want to choose between them, I guess you could just go with an OLED. But for the people that already have one, I don't see the point in even getting this.
Just stick to your Switch. Whoever is watching, if you have a Switch already, just stick to the old Switch.
Yeah, I honestly do not see the point.
You're not missing out on anything here. But talking about handhelds, what do you think about PlayStation releasing a new PSP? Do you think they're gonna do it, or you think they're just gonna hold back?
So in this case, I don't see it being the best idea for them to go for a new console or new handheld console, because Switch is dominating right now. Like, they are monopolizing everything when it comes to the Switch. Because of that portability, I don't see the idea of a PlayStation having a portable along with the console to even be a match or even sell nearly as well. Most people are still going to go to the Switch anyway. Of course, you're going to have that diehard set of fans that are going to buy it, of course.
Yeah, me.
But how much support is it gonna get? Is it actually gonna do as well as it should have, as the PSP did? Is it gonna do what PS Vita didn't do?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Is it gonna get the third-party support?
All I care about is playing Doom, God of War, and pretty much any of the PlayStation 4 library on it. I don't care. Exclude the PS5. Just give us the PS4 and maybe PS3 games too. Bro, wouldn't you like playing Sly on the go? I know you have it on the PlayStation Vita.
I already have it on the Vita.
But better screen, better frame rate. Come on, bro.
I mean, if they want to remaster Sly, please do. I'm begging for it, like with every fiber of my being. But I really don't see it being smart. I mean, I did hear, or I did see that there were rumors of there supposedly being a new handheld from PlayStation, including like, what is it, a streaming service? Like, I guess using PlayStation Now with their own, I think, LTE network connection, so that you can play like streaming like normally the PS Now would do. So I'm just thinking like that would be interesting to be able to go anywhere, just like Xbox on your phone, and play like Doom, Borderlands, play, I don't know, God of War, Uncharted, whatever you want to. But it's gonna be the same exact type of question, since it's not like Xbox. Xbox lets you download the game and play it like that. It gives you access. PlayStation Now is usually streaming instead of downloading. And if you were to be a handheld console to do strictly that, then you would have to download everything on what? Maybe a 256 micro SD card? And those games are not even going to do that, so they're going to be stuck to streaming specifically.
You know, you have a very amazing point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, they're going to be stuck to streaming specifically. And if it already is struggling to work, at least sometimes on PlayStation Now for the console with internet at home, I can only imagine how much it would struggle if it was LTE,
you know how,
5G.
You know how big these games are now? Talking about 100 gigabytes, 40 gigabytes. It all adds up, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see, for one, executing it. Of course, it's still in development, so they may be trying to do something different, but executing is going to be difficult as it is. But secondly, competing with Nintendo, I don't see that happening. I just can't see it being possible. I mean, they can try. They can definitely try. But I feel like the next best step, if they were to go handheld at all, is do what Xbox is doing right now. Make it playable on your phone. That would be the idea. Get a controller.
But who wants to drain their battery from the...
I mean, I don't know. It's just up to the people that decide to do so. It's the same thing as like, why the hell do people get Google Stadia?
Well, I mean, that was dedicated to gaming, though. If you have a phone, you're gonna have a battery, a portable charger on you at all times.
Well, Google Stadia was pretty much, I guess, a Chromecast plugged into the TV and gave you a controller. But when it's on your phone, it's an app you download to your phone, and then you just play it that way. So essentially, it's gonna be the same damn thing. It's gonna be streaming to your phone to play with a controller on your phone. So either way, you're using battery from your phone.
So you know how much I like Borderlands, right? Borderlands 2 specifically.
Oh, damn, just jumped off the train.
Yes, because I gotta talk about it. We're talking about handhelds, and I played Borderlands 2 first on the 360, and then I had the privilege to play it on the PS Vita before it went RIP into the toilet, but that's another story. So, I mean, playing Borderlands 2 on the Vita, I had absolutely no problem worrying about how the graphics look. It was Borderlands 2 on the go. And now, you would think I'd play more on the Switch because I like games that are on the go, but I don't. For some reason, I like having it. Yeah, it's Borderlands 2, but it doesn't really mean much when it's not on a system I want to have on me at all times. You think about it, bro. The Switch is pretty big, and you gotta have it either in a case or in your hand. You can't slide that hoe in your pocket like I did the Vita. And that's probably why I had a big drift. All right, I was drifting Joy-Cons.
Man's got the drift before he should have.
I know. I used to shove it in my pocket every day at school. I used to see what I mean. That's the reason why a handheld means a whole lot more. When it's compact, when it's tight, and you're able to take it anywhere.
Well, I mean, you're competing with a market that is quite savage in the handheld market. I mean, Nintendo was there since the Game Boy back in the 80s. So I mean, how are you going to compete with someone that's already been in the game for that long and still, even to the current day, was dominating with the DS and the 3DS, and now with their fucking hybrid? How do you beat that? You don't. It's like console Nintendo and handheld Nintendo did Dragon Ball Fusion and shit, and they made the Switch. How do you fight that? You don't. That's the thing.
You gotta make an edit where you see a handheld of Nintendo and you see the console of Nintendo and you see lightning in between, and then they just merge into the Switch.
That's what I'm saying. A 3DS and then the Wii U, they combined and they made the Switch. Look, I'm just saying, for PlayStation to do this, they better have some backup plan on their backup plan. They need a fucking, not only with that backup plan, they're gonna need some cards in one sleeve and then like double the cards in the other sleeve. They're gonna need some nice things. They better bring everything if they decide to go handheld again, even for phones. Because if you're going the handheld route, you're fighting Nintendo for the Switch. If you're going the phone route, you're fighting Google Stadia. They stopped supporting Google Stadia. You're gonna be fighting Xbox with their mobile connection. So who are you gonna beat? PlayStation's beating everyone in console right now.
That is true.
Xbox is winning with PC because, you know, PC is compatible with Xbox and backward compatibility. So they're winning on their own end, and then Nintendo is dominating the handheld to console market. So all three of the giants are handling their own sections. So imagine if one of the giants try to cross over into the other. That's gonna be war, and it's gonna be a hard fight.
But wasn't that how it used to be? Console wars.
I mean, yes, and
16-bit.
I mean,
64-bit, and then now you got 720 and then 180. Come on, man.
I mean, I can't blame you for that. Yes, that did fuel a lot of the debates back in the day, and what made consoles and gaming so interesting is because of stuff like that. But
you try to outdo the other person. I mean, I ain't gonna shove this in there, but me being a Leo and trying to prove everybody wrong and trying to updo everyone, you know, it's in my nature to see that and enjoy all these companies try to upscale or updo the other company in their ways.
well, I'm not saying that they can't do it, but what I am saying is, if they try to, if they're attempting to, they better do it with a lot of shit on their back, because they're gonna have to push through one hell of a crowd.
Games are what you need. Yes, you can have the most coolest hybrid Nintendo Switch, you know, handheld console, but you can't have it without backing it up with games. You see,
Well, yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Nintendo is failing in that department right now.
They're having too many third party than they are first party. I understand that, but the first parties can only work so fast.
Let's talk about the E3s. Yeah, E3 this year pretty much sucked ass.
Okay, I wouldn't say it sucked ass. It did well for what it was trying to do.
Nah, don't try to defend it
No,
now.
I will give it the benefit of the doubt, because I did also hear this, and when this point was brought to me, I understood. I was like, you know, that does make sense. Most of the games you would normally see on E3 demo floor was in like a trailer piece of the E3 announcements, because since it's a virtual event, there is no floor to demo. So what would they do? Instead of demoing, they had to actually throw it in with the rest of the games. To which I understand why there's a lot of games that I never knew of, I don't know of, and probably won't have to care for, because it's just not in my interest. But I do understand. I see why they did it. But one thing I can't forgive is Bandai.
Oh my god.
Bandai,
One game.
what are you doing?
One game.
What are you doing?
The whole thing.
Come on, Bandai. I mean, you
It's
already
about
got enough
one
shit
game.
for this, Bandai, but come on now. Bandai Namco, I was hoping for some Dragon Ball, and you failed me.
Well, enough of these negative E3s. My favorite E3 was 2016. Come on, we had the best lineup for PlayStation
You
at
got
the time.
Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, I think, and then Spider-Man, and then God of War 2018. that is one of the best E3s I think I've ever had to watch.
Yeah,
because
you're telling me.
they back in that time there was stuff set up, like they was ready to unleash, and PlayStation
Dominated.
they began dominating console market. It was right before they started throwing these, but right when these came out, they continued. They kept everyone, and that's why everybody's trying to get PS5 because PS4 dominated the market.
You have a PS5. This makes me so sad I don't have a PS5.
Hey, look, man, I just got lucky. Keep checking your emails. You might get another invite, like I did.
Who knows? PlayStation, hit me up.
But PlayStation has been with me since I honestly was born, along with Sega Genesis. So I can't ever back away from PlayStation. PlayStation brought me so much, so I can't.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you even had Spider-Man all the way back when PS2 was out.
exactly. I had Spider-Man on PS1, dude. That is crazy.
Spider-Man 2000.
Yes,
I wish I played that game.
that game is legitness, and the fact that I got to grow up, I ended up getting, because normally I don't keep up with the console when they release, but PS4 I did. I actually got it near its release, and then I have a Spider-Man game come out for it, a brand new one that rivals Spider-Man 2. Life was bliss. That was great. That E3 was killer.
What's your favorite Spider-Man game?
It's got to be between 2000, Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man for PS4.
You gotta pick one, bro. This is about favorites now. We're playing favoritism now.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 is just a different being.
I gotta play that game. I have to play because obviously I haven't really played too many Spider-Man games, but if I could play one now, I'd try to play Spider-Man 2 because everyone and their mama says that game is awesome.
Man, that game, it should not have been as good as it is. Like, because the first Spider-Man back in the day, it was kind of weird, but it still did pretty good. And then Spider-Man 2, it's supposed to be another movie tie-in game, but that game was domination. Like, that is the definition of a superhero game. There ain't nothing like that.
Talking about superhero games, why haven't they made one on Ghost Rider? Man, Ghost Rider is so underrated, man. Everyone hates on Nicolas Cage for his acting.
It's because he is low rated. Because, I mean, Ghost Rider can only do so much, and not only that, he's more of a rated R type character. Just like Deadpool.
They made a Deadpool game, man.
He's only gotten one game. Probably more back in the day, but
so.
He got one game, I think, for the 360 and PS3, and that was it. Voiced by Nolan North, Uncharted, Drake. So,
come on,
Nathan Drake.
But tell me you wouldn't want to see, like, this man hop into a Lamborghini or a Toyota Supra or a Nissan Skyline and just turn that shit into flames.
What you're doing is bringing in two fantasies together.
Oh, obviously here.
Man's out here like, I want to mix in Need for Speed with Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider hop in the car and then turn it into flames.
Dude, if for some odd reason that one of these Need for Speed or Forza games has Ghost Rider as a skin, you better believe I'm giving them my money.
Take my whole wallet. I don't need it no more. I need this.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, Ghost Rider, he's cool. I get it. He's interesting, but I guess he hasn't gotten the right media to give him the right attention. Like, I mean, the movies were alright. The first one was decently good. The second one was kind of weird. But after that, Ghost Rider kind of faded. There hasn't been a game released for him. There hasn't been, I don't know about comics, but there hasn't been really any shows that show him right. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did him dirty.
Yeah, they did him so dirty. He's a Mexican now.
And they I don't know, they're just not doing it right. So I don't know. So Ghost Rider, he's fading right now. And
not in my mind. Shoot.
I mean, he's in Marvel vs. Capcom.
And apparently, isn't he? No, Marvel Zombie's supposed to be in What If, the new series.
Yeah.
What If?
Yeah, that was a really wish list for you, hoping in the What If Ghost Rider appears. I mean, I really wouldn't have expected that though, because it's like the What If series is based off of the events that have already occurred in the story and the timeline. So I'm not too sure as to how they would even bring Ghost Rider in if that was the case. They're kind of like changing up the story that already was.
The multiverse of madness.
I mean, that's later. We don't know what's going on there.
Well, what about, let's talk about movies for a second. No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home.
It's supposed to be rumored that we're supposed to be getting the original, three Spider-Mans, the original 2, and then Tom Holland. I want to see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
Dude, you telling me I want to see Tobey Maguire, bro?
I want to see the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yes, sir.
I want to see the Mark Webb Spider-Man. And I would not mind seeing this Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't know the director. I don't remember. Other than Kevin Feige. I don't know who the actual director specifically for the movie was. But I'm just saying, it would be like a dream come true for probably most Marvel fans everywhere to see all three of them in the same movie.
And if they don't make a joke about their height differences, I'm gonna be a little bit triggered. Cause we already know the tallest one. I think, I'm not too sure. But Andrew Garfield.
John Watts. He was the director for Homecoming. What was the Far From Home? I don't know. Is it the same director? Yeah, it was the same director. No, it was not. Hold on. Far From Home. Oh, it was John Watts. Damn. Well, John Watts, you better be directing the next one. So I mean, seeing all three would be amazing. And I've already seen some, I think, fan-made pictures of it, but it does look legit, and I would love to see it.
Well, everybody's begging for it, and usually Marvel seems to deliver in that category of pleasing fans.
I don't know. And it even says in the cast work that all three of them are in it.
Why do you think there hasn't been an official trailer? How can you tease something like that?
And I want to know why in this art they have Dr. Octopus and Electro at the same time.
You know that's Doc Ock from Marvel Spider-Man. That's what is this? What is it called? The Octo Suit or some shit from Marvel Spider-Man.
I can't think of the name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hadn't played that. Ooh, that would be beautiful. Just to see all three of them on the same screen and be like, I mean, that will get me bricked up.
Who wouldn't?
And I ain't no homo, man, but it's just like, dude, that's crazy. I mean, yeah.
Talking about stuff we want. What about games? Any new games you'd want?
Sly. That's literally the only game I'm demanding right now. Sly 5. I know a new Spider-Man game is coming, so I can't really get on that. Uncharted, I am thoroughly happy that it's ended where it is. I don't need any more Uncharted games because the story ended exactly as it should have. Yes. Perfectly, beautifully.
Yes.
If they add in more and make new characters, I might be a little angry at that. But I'll see where they want to go. It's still Naughty Dog, so I mean, go ahead. But I'm trying. You tread on eggshells.
What if the new Uncharted is about his daughter, Uncharted, discovering puberty? I mean, I suppose, but it's not gonna feel the same. It's not Nathan Drake now.
Because it's Nathan Drake, and then Nathan Drake probably wouldn't even approve of her going through that anyway. I mean, yes, he did. She would probably have the same incentive to do so too, but he wouldn't do it because he's obviously going to be older. He's going to realize how fucking dumb he was when he was younger.
But how many times have kids listened to their parents?
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah, she'll secretly go up to Sully. Can I use your plane? Yeah, okay, go ahead.
A game I'd want is definitely a new Donkey Kong Country game. Oh my god. Tropical Freeze left me wanting more. Returns had me playing it non-stop.
Yeah, I can see, because you're always wanting to talk about it.
I want to talk about Borderlands with you, but I've annoyed you so much.
Yeah, you played a lot of Borderlands in front of me. It took me a minute to even play the game, and when I finally did, I'm happy I did. Borderlands 1 was fantastic, just as I remembered it. Borderlands 2 was great, better than 1, but my favorite is still 1. But 2 was still really good. I loved it. It was great. I haven't played Borderlands 3,
Oh
as
my
the
God.
channel should know, I've only played the very beginning, but I haven't played another part yet. I don't know if I was recording or not.
You know what? That should be your next video.
Don't give my viewers hopes up.
Hey, 1,000 views.
You say that about every video.
Yeah, man. Play Fortnite, 1,000 views.
Bruh, that didn't happen. Well, I only made one video on it, but besides the point.
So there you go.
Pre-sequel, story was good, but the gameplay was
It was a copy and paste.
It was the same thing as
Oh
2.
my god.
And they barely added too much. I mean, the story, yes, it was good toward like the middle to end, or probably more toward the end. I feel like there was a lot of pieces in the beginning to middle they probably could have left out or changed to make probably canonical to the rest. But the ending did matter. It was important.
The ending mattered very little in the grand scheme of things. That whole story was basically a let up to that final moment that literally added nothing but an explanation as to why Handsome Jack wears a mask now. I literally summed it all up in that one sentence.
No, that's not
bro.
true. That's not true. You wouldn't know Handsome Jack as Handsome Jack until the events of pre-sequel, because he had to do what he was doing to even be known as Handsome Jack and then take over the planet or the moon. So obviously everything he did in that game that you helped him do secured him to be who he is in the second game for you to stop.
I know there's deeper levels to this and you're pointing them out, but when you really think about it, they could have done so much more.
I mean,
with that
yes,
game.
of course. The beginning to the middle of the whole game, they could have just added more details to it instead of just nitpick like, oh, let's throw this random mission here. Let's do that. Does this actually matter? Does this mission matter? Half of them don't. Except for probably the beginning.
The beginning is very interesting. See,
And then the end.
and then the end is makes you wish you put down the controller right after.
Makes you wish you didn't even pick up the controller. Because, like, Jesus Christ, what were they doing? They shouldn't have even... well, I can't shame them. The game was fun. The gameplay was still fun. It's still Borderlands 2. But we just added stuff. But they didn't add enough. And they just kept the art style and everything the same. The Borderlands from 1 to 2, the art style was a change. There was added details. The gameplay was more fluent. The actual shooting and loot mechanics were changed and made better. With pre-sequel, they literally kept everything the same. They just maybe added in moonstones.
And a new type of gun, which was laser,
Yeah, they added laser.
and Cairo.
That was pretty much it. What else did they add? New characters just to make a different skill tree? That's a given. I'm like, okay, that's cool. One of them was a gag character you could barely even use.
Claptrap.
And then you got five characters you can use. It was 4 plus the 2, but one of them gagged, so you got 5 characters. I mean, it was nice having Handsome Jack's doppelganger. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
You get to hear his unique dialogue. So if you're gonna play that game at all, play with him, because the game is about Handsome Jack, but you're
Makes you feel less guilty. 'cause
You're
it was
not-
his doppelganger.
a little bit. If the game's about Handsome Jack, yes, but he's not exactly a part of your team the whole time. But when you have the doppelganger, that makes it a little more interesting, because at least you have a type of Handsome Jack with you the whole way through.
I want to talk to you about favorite soundtracks in games. You go first, and then I'm gonna go on a rant.
I have many tracks that are legitness to me.
What did I say? We're playing favoritism now. You gotta choose one.
Uh,
All the Sonics,
of
all
all
the
time.
Slides,
Oh
all
my
the
god,
Uncharted.
that's too many songs.
all the Tetrises,
That is too many songs.
all the God of Wars. You gotta pick one.
Damn, the theme of Uncharted is really good. Slime music is really good, but Uncharted is probably better. And then you're going and looking at Sonic. Sonic has so many fantastic tracks. Ah, that is That is really damn hard, man. I have no idea.
Top 5.
Several Sonic songs are gonna be in that. Endless Possibility,
Okay.
City Escape,
Okay.
Uncharted main theme. That is a song that hits different. Oh, I know one. The song that Joel taught Ellie on the guitar. Whenever you hear him first play it, that is one of the most beautiful moments I think I've ever seen in gaming. Like that hit me so bad. Like that was crazy.
That was the pinnacle of artificial emotions.
Like
at
that.
play.
That was. Oh my god. That song was beautiful, man.
It was.
And then you got Outer Wilds. A lot of the Outer Wilds music is
You
phenomenal.
can just say Outer Wilds in general because that whole piece, once you combine all of the songs,
Yeah, the whole soundtrack.
the banjo, the harmonica, what were the other instruments?
You got the banjo, harmonica, the whistle, the flute. I think there's 6 of them. I can't remember them all, but
That song, bro, hits
yeah,
differently.
everything about that game, Outer Wilds is phenomenal when it comes to music design. Like that is different. It's different existence. They're on a different dimension, honestly.
An Outer Wild experience I had
Oh,
was
pun
playing
intended, sadly.
playing Super Mario 3 off a edible brownie, and I got to World. This was my first time playing Super Mario 3 for the first time and actually trying to beat it. I got to World 6. My whole world was flipped upside down when I heard that overworld theme.
We do not condone the use of such substances, so do not.
Don't
Go
do
ahead.
drugs.
Go if you ever need some assistance with this. Go see Michael Jordan. He'll tell you stop it, get some help. So yeah, don't do that. Don't be him. Don't be a Moses.
Or
Nah,
Back-
don't defend it.
back to the subject. No, I'm not. Don't do drugs. Kids, stay in school. You know this.
Learn your 1s and 2s, your A's and B's, and your 1, 2, 3s.
Yes, and if you get big and I look back at this, well, this is gonna be a fun story to tell my kids. I was playing Super Mario 3 and I hopped on World 6, and that theme, literally, as you're moving through the map, you're creating your own little beat. And I just could not get over that world and that theme.
This is actually
Hands down.
true. I was watching him play it, and as the song was playing for the overworld, he kept moving back and forth, making the sound.
Just imagine a fat chunky kid going left to right, left to right, left to right.
A fat,
That was
chunky
me.
kid.
That was me. I hope you play this, or I hope you play that song when you edit this, because I wanna
I might.
see that.
I just might, because it seems like the perfect catalyst for this moment. And I remember seeing you sitting there playing the game with with your eyes like half shut, with a smile on your face, with a tiny screen.
I was so happy. I was so happy. I was floating.
Mans was enjoying himself on an existential level.
I felt like Pennywise. I was floating.
Like this dude, he wasn't even in the room anymore. Like he was in the game. He thought he was Mario.
And bro, I was jumping, bro. I was a small, chunky guy on the screen.
Like, this dude cannot stop for some reason. I mean, I can't blame you. Mario 3's music, next level.
Koji Kondo. I did my research, man. I had to find. I even told you. I was like, show me a picture of the man who created this game. Shigeru Miyamoto, you magnificent bastard. I love your work.
True. This is true. He was literally sitting there playing the game, and out of nowhere, he just looks at me. Who is the man that created this music? I looked him up and I showed him his face. He's like, I want to see his face. Like some Thanos type shit. I show him and he's like, you beautiful man.
Oh my god, I was just so gone.
The man's fell in love. It was love at first sight.
No homo though.
No, it was full homo apparently.
Nah, dog. You better watch out.
But I can't blame him. Look at Mario Bros. 3 World 6 theme. That song is really damn good.
It's fire, man.
Especially World
Overworld.
7.
Go ahead.
Especially World 7 and 1. Those two are great. The overworld themes. Like, wow.
Yeah.
He was a creature. He wasn't even a man when he made this music.
And you can't just give him props on Super Mario. He also did a lot of music for Legend of Zelda.
Exactly, dude. Legend of Zelda's music is some of the best tracks ever conceived. Like, dude, the opening theme to Ocarina of Time is so iconic to gamers. Wow. The moment you hear it, you're just like, immediate, you're vibing.
Oh
Like,
my God.
nothing about it, dude.
Talk about lo-fi beats back in the day. That was it, bro. That was it right there. That was the beginning of lo-fi beats right there.
I know my favorite track of all Nintendo games, Gerudo Valley from Ocarina of Time,
Okay.
or the Smash Bros remix for Smash Bros Wii U.
That was a
3DS.
good one. That was a good one.
That song was great. That was hitting a different vibe altogether. Like, I wish I could just go back to those days and just play Smash Bros, listen to that song.
I'm probably gonna play some Super Mario 3 right after this.
I wouldn't blame you, man. And we got God of War. God of War. It's a jumping subject, but that's one of the things I knew he would want to talk about.
It's the
It's
best
his-
for last.
Probably
man.
his favorite series of all time.
The best for last. Come on, man.
Next to Borderlands.
Next to Borderlands, next to Donkey Kong, God of War.
Alright, so tell me, why is it you like God of War so much? What hit you for that?
If we're gonna be talking about why I like it, we're gonna have to go into some dark stuff.
Alright, man, you don't gotta do that deep. But keep
Down
it like
the general gist.
keep it lighthearted for the kids.
Alright.
Look,
I was going through some stuff
we
as a kid,
gotta make this music.
and Kratos
For these
made me
kids.
feel like I could take on the world and God himself, which I don't condone, because you can't fight God. You're not gonna find him. First and foremost, the king of hide and seek.
You can't fight a man you'll never find.
Exactly.
So that's already number one.
So yeah, I mean, what hit for me was the whole action pack. You're running and you're killing everything in your path. There's nothing stopping Kratos, and gods help you in the beginning, and you end up betraying the gods in the end. So come on, you built up someone who you made a child, and that child overgrew and overthrew you. Tell me that doesn't sound cool.
I mean, that's exactly what Zeus did to his father.
And that was literally that right there. Remember in school we were learning about Greek mythology and how Zeus overthrew Kronos, and Kronos tried to prevent that by storing Zeus and his kids in his stomach.
Yeah.
And then makes you think, well, what's after Zeus? Who's gonna overthrow Zeus? And God of Kratos came along.
Yeah, exactly. Man's out here wasn't playing no games, and history literally repeated itself. The person that didn't want to be overthrown got overthrown by fate. Literally, fate willed it so.
Yes.
Kronos had to be overthrown by Zeus for a better existence, and the better existence was destroyed by Kratos. All of Greek is now lost in flood, and existential beings that shouldn't even be alive, let alone the river. It's like a big river of sticks. That's all it is now.
It's literally hell on
Thunderstorms
earth.
and everything.
It's hell on earth. You have all the spirits from the river of Styx out and about in the world. You now know.
Yeah, and then in 2018, you're in Norse. Don't know how the hell he did that, and it's crazy. But you know, we're not
Still no
gonna worry about it.
explanation. We're not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, God of War is a great series. I played them all back to back. That's one of the few series I've actually was able to play back to back to each other and not even get bored until I hit Ascension.
How did you manage to do that?
I don't know. God of War was just very fun. I grew up playing a certain section of beat 'em ups and hack and slashes. So, you know, flash games on the internet. I got Streets of Rage under my belt, and then throw
Combine
in
gruesome, badass music. Combine all three of those.
throw in some Mortal Kombat, Shaolin monks, and then boom, I hit God of War. That was pretty much literally the pinnacle of what hack and slash was in the day.
It was a very fun time for me playing all those games. I actually played my first time experiencing the game firsthand was on the Vita. And see, that's why I hopped to that. That's why I want a PlayStation, a new PSP, because it gives me hope on what I can actually play on there.
Because being able to play all the time on a TV is not always the most convenient. Some people want to play anywhere, everywhere, at any time.
Nintendo, with their Switch, kind of made me miss original handhelds. The tight, compact, on the go.
Yeah, you're right. Because I actually liked the unique titles they make for the handhelds over the consoles. I'm gonna miss that because whenever you would originally have, you know, sorry to interrupt, I didn't mean to do that. That was instinctive. But to have console like Legend of Zelda games, and then you have a different team developing a handheld Legend of Zelda game. But now you only have one team for the Switch. There's no two separate games now. You got Breath of the Wild being worked on at one point, and then you have A Link Between Worlds at the same time. Two different consoles. But, I mean, I can't exactly blame them for doing this monopoly move and going with the hybrid. It was really smart. It worked out in their benefit in literally every way possible.
Except the actual graphics department. Are we not going to talk about the 30 FPS and the 720s and all the just the cap at 180?
That's the same conversation as the damn Switch OLED. It's like you're gonna throw in some more stuff, a better screen just to display the same shit 1080p at 30 frames. I mean, what was the OLED for then? I understand.
It's a bigger screen, bro.
Of course,
just like every iPhone.
Or not 1080p, 720, because it's not 1080 on the damn Switch anymore. Or it's not 1080 on the Switch at all. But it's just like why? Why did they do this? Just to not upscale or upgrade, I mean, 30 frames is not bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. 30 frames is not bad at all. Especially whenever you see what they can do with 30 frames. And 1080p is not bad either until you see it on a 4K TV. Or you see it on a screen that's bigger than 1080p should ever be on. It doesn't look right.
See, the thing is, all these console wars are now kid-friendly with Nintendo.
Yeah, that's something I don't like.
Everybody sees Nintendo as a kid company.
Yeah, I'm kind of missing a lot more of the adulted themes that used to go on back in the day. Like Sonic used to be edgy. I miss that. Now he's just a little play toy. Dragon Ball is not as deep anymore.
That is true.
It's scratch and spit instead of cuts and blood.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And there's no more holes and bodies anymore.
Yeah, there's only black marks and scrapes and bruises
and craters inside clothing.
Yeah, there's no interesting details anymore. It's things like that. That affected a lot, honestly. More than games, it hit shows, movies, and anime.
If we're gonna talk about one thing that shaped our today's society, we gotta mention Eminem. There's no way this world would be how it is now if it wasn't for Eminem.
Just as much as the ESRB rating changed the face of gaming with Mortal Kombat as it did back in the day, as much as Eminem had an influence on the world whenever he was phenomenal at 1999? 1999?
Yes, that's when the Slim Shady LP came out. It was previously all his other stuff like Infinite. I don't know the year, but I know that
1996.
He made a mark. He made a mark with Dr. Dre in 1999 when he released the Slim Shady LP.
I mean, I could have swore that his biggest 96. See, Infinite was 96. I could have swore his biggest hit. I mean, I guess yes, you're right. It is the LP in '99 because actually, it was the work of both the Slim Shady and the Marshall Mathers LPs, both of them, '99 and 2000, because his biggest mark was in 2002.
You had them lined up literally back to back, and there's no way, if you're a fan of Eminem, there's no way you can't listen to those albums back to back and not enjoy what you're listening to. I mean, sure, there's a lot of slurs, there's a lot of cursing, swearing, the use of profanity everywhere, the themes and everything that's so dark in this world, but he makes fun at it. And honestly, people don't like to make fun of dark things like that, but if you do it right and you do it without the intent of hurting anyone, I mean, he did hurt and offend a lot of people, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he literally ruined careers.
Yes, I know that, but in the end, he made it out, man. And that's what I appreciate. I mean, I don't appreciate all the people who got offended, you know.
That's what you respect.
That's what I respect, yeah.
The fact that a man was at quite literally rock bottom, fought his way up.
He literally has a song called Rock Bottom.
He was at rock bottom and he fought his way up to not be in poverty anymore. And not only that, at the same time of fighting what he was going through, he in a way influenced bless you.
Thank you.
He influenced the way society looks at things.
Yeah.
Like, he was a statement. Like, he wasn't just music, he was a statement.
He was a statement.
Just as much as NWA
oh my God.
with
Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton, you know, you got
that's the
Ice
whole record.
Cube. Yeah, Straight Outta is the whole record. But you got Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, MC Ren. There's one other dude I can't.
DJ Yella.
There it goes. With all of them grouped up together, they literally changed the face of music to make influence to what the government can really see and look at and what society can take as face value. And Eminem pretty much did that same thing and flipped it on its head.
You should really hear Rap God because he mentions literally all the people who has influenced them.
Exactly.
He mentions literally oh my God, I love breaking down Eminem songs. That's one thing I love to do.
Eminem, along with them, they both changed a lot. And the fact that people are starting to fight for what they believe in was a lot in due part because of those two groups, or that group and then the one man.
Eminem's a one-man army. Like Jesus. There's no one who can stand up against him.
I think even to this day, one of the best album names he could have ever made is Encore, because he was changing so much just for him to continue. He wouldn't stop. He just kept going. And that's what Encore is the derivative of. And that's exactly what makes him so well known, yet so feared, but also so valued. So many people pay tribute to who he was and then see who he has grown to be even now. There are not many people that are probably going to change the face of the world as much, or at least as much as this country, the United States of embarrassment, as he says. United States of America, as much as probably him or NWA. That's something else.
Those were literally the two biggest stepping stones into what this whole social network is, you know. You got all these groups, you got all these, I'm not even gonna mention them because that just starts stuff. You got all these groups, all these different people, and they want to have a voice for themselves, and they literally, you can see how they strive to be to speak up. Eminem spoke up about so many things in this world, and they try to cancel him. And that's one thing, you can't imagine it. You can't there's no getting rid of him. He's gonna stay here for as long as we pretty much live. he's already stapled himself into our whole mind. Well, Gen
Into
Z,
society.
Gen Z ain't going. They don't know anything about him.
But see, no one's gonna forget who Eminem is and what he has done. Like, that is crazy. And of course, it's not only NWA and Eminem that have done it. There are select other people that have done big influences too, like 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. You got Tupac, Biggie Smalls. You always got all those people. If it honestly, without those people too, they wouldn't have influenced the other to do better, to do bigger, and go farther.
Yeah.
So Eminem knows to pay tribute to Tupac. He
And
respects
Biggie,
him.
Oh my god.
Literally,
Rap
literally,
god, I'm
if there's
telling you.
if there's honestly one rapper that most, if not all, rappers respect in some way, it's probably Tupac. Like, I'm just saying, I have not heard that many people honestly hate on Tupac. Even back in the day, whenever he was going around, yes, he may have had what had happened to him, and he's not with us no more. But ever since after that occurrence, it's like a thunderstorm after that.
Yeah.
Everyone was affected by him, by his
Yes.
loss, and he was like one of the pushes to Eminem too. As long with Snoop Dogg, that's another one. I just randomly thought of another.
Snoop Dogg.
So, granted, they're not even to this day, especially. No one, honestly, I haven't heard that many people even say they dislike Tupac. So even Eminem himself, the savage of what the rap game has become, respects him too. So obviously that means something. And then when you have someone like Tupac gaining that respect, and then you see Juice WRLD gaining his respect too,
I'm surprised you mentioned Juice WRLD.
especially after he passed. That's crazy. That's something else.
He literally his last, or I don't know if he named it, but his last album that was released, Legends Never Die.
Like, that is
You
amazing.
telling me that wasn't planned, bro?
I mean, man's out here went out too quick. He really did. I mean, he's got some good ass music. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he does.
To have one of the greats, one of the greatest music artists of all time, to want to pay tribute to him, to actually put his word in, like, that is something else. Whenever you have someone like that at your side, that is mind blowing.
And that's why I showed you that, because I know you have your own.
I would have
picky.
never. Yeah, when it comes to music, I'm very picky. But honestly, I never would have known that without you showing me that. I didn't even know Eminem affiliated to any or most of the other rappers, other than finding the ones he doesn't like. I didn't know which ones he did like, other than the ones he would actually do collabs with in his recent albums.
Yeah, but even even before that album was really, or that song, the little snippet of Eminem talking about Juice, Godzilla,
Yeah, I
Juice
know.
WRLD, Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
You never thought in the whole millennia of songs, of beats. You think about it, a lot of things, a lot of stuff goes into making these beats and these rhymes, and you never thought Juice WRLD and Eminem would make a song and that song be number one.
I mean, one set of people I didn't expect to make music was seeing Eminem and Ed Sheeran. I didn't expect them to make
That
a
is
song.
very true.
That was a surprise, and I'm happy it happened because they made I think every single song that they've made together has been really damn good. Every single one.
Ed Sheeran.
So I'm just like, damn.
Shout out to Ed Sheeran.
I'm glad Eminem he's branching out to other people a lot more too. Because back in the day, yes, he did have his groups, but a lot of the music he did was by himself.
Yeah,
He did a nice portion of it by himself.
he did.
Of course, he did have the people making the beats. He had
He had
people
Dr.
helping
Dre.
him. Yes, he had people making beats. He had people helping him with lyrics at certain points. But most of the time, literally 99% of that, he was writing himself. Literally close to nothing.
Dude, tell me what rapper in this day, literally present day, has an Oscar to his name, has multiple Grammys. He does it all, bro. He's an actor. He's an artist. He's a millionaire. That's not something you do, but you know what I mean. Like,
It's because of what he's accomplished. He's a millionaire.
He has so many things tied to his name. You cannot forget him. Like, he's etched in history and in movies, music, pop culture. He's in everything. He will always be like Scarface. Scarface will always be in everyone's mind at the end of the day about why you go to work and is it really worth going to work for so many hours. I mean, yes, you can make it, you can cut corners and make it easy like Scarface did, but in the end, you're just going to be destroying yourself if you do that. Shortcuts never gets anyone very far. And that's the last thing I want to say.
Yeah, it takes a lot for someone to go straight through all the problems to actually have the end goal they wish for. Eminem never really went for the shortcut. He kind of just broke straight through, and that's something that most people should probably do.
Yep.
Most people in life.
I'll tell you now, there will never be in the history or in the present day another Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem is something that probably will never be replicated.
Never.
Like, there will never be another
Ever.
Eminem.
The amount of slurs, vulgarness, amount of themes,
The amount
ideas.
The amount of don't give a fuck he has is next to none. No one can match him.
Yep.
He didn't care. He said what he had on his mind. So that's something to respect on a whole different
Yes, sir.
scale. And this podcast has reached an hour and 20.
I think it's about time.
It's about that time.
Yes, it is.
We's finally probably gonna wrap it up right here.
We could go for hours, but honestly, we're not gonna take it there.
Yeah, we could probably sit here for the next 5 hours just talking to each other. And probably record us. I'll probably be famous. But we definitely don't want to waste everyone's time for 5 hours straight.
I'm Moses, and that was my time and my ideas and thoughts and everything in between. Shout out to my boy Chase, the Solo Achiever. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Now come on, hit that like button, turn on that bell, and I'm out.
My dude here already knows what it do. But you already heard him say it once. I don't gotta say it again. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. I'm Solo Achiever, and I'll see you later. Deuces.